On this particular topic, we're actually going to be solving quadratic equation, which means we're going to find out what x equals. We're going to do it by completing the square. So the very first step is to take this 51 and move it to the other side. So you get minus 51. So far we have x squared minus 16x. And I leave a little space because we're going to add a number right there. And the number that we are going to add is we're going to take our b and divide it by 2, and then we're going to square that number. So we're going to take b is negative 16. We divide that by 2, we get negative 8, and we square it. We're going to add 64. Because we added 64 there, just a minute, let me change the colors. We have to add it on the other side to keep it balanced. So negative 51 plus 64 is 13. So this becomes 13. And on this side, we're going to factor our perfect square trinomial. And to factor perfect square trinomial, we take the square root of the first, which is x, the square root of the last, which is 8, and we take the sign of the middle. So it's x minus 8 squared. Our very next step is to take the square root of both sides. When we take the square root of both sides, we have to do the plus and minus square root. So the square root of something squared is just equal to what was squared under the square root. So x minus 8 equals plus or minus square root of 13. And then we're going to add 8 to both sides. And we get x equals 8 plus or minus square root of 13. So what we end up typing into our equation here is, let me see here. They want this step right here. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. Wait, get back. We don't want that. So they want us to type in this one right here. Just a minute. That one right there and this one right there. Okay, so we'll go to type in, this is an x minus 8. So we want to pick the bottom one. We're going to type in an 8 right here. And on the other side, we're going to type in 13. For our answer, we're going to have 8. And they give us the plus. Oh, no, they don't give us a plus minus sign. So guess what? We have to do minus the square root of 13. And then we'll have to put a comma. Oopsies. We'll have to put we'll have to get to the right side of that, put a comma, then do 8 plus the square root of 13. Oh, it'd be nice if they gave us the plus minus sign, but they don't. Okay, so let's do one more of these. So we start with subtracting 10 from both sides of the equation. So we have minus 10. And we have x squared plus 8x, and I like to leave a space, equals negative 10. And then we're going to figure out what are we going to add to both sides. Well, we take b, which is 8, divided by 2, which is 4, square it, and we get plus 16. You have to do it on both sides. So negative 10 plus 16 becomes a 6. And then we're going to factor this perfect square trinomial. We take the square root of the first, square root of 16, and we take the sign that's on our b. Then we're going to take the square root of both sides. And don't forget to do plus minus square root of 6. So we get x plus 4 equals a plus and negative square root of 6, subtract 4. And our answer is negative 4 plus and minus square root of 6. So we're going to go ahead and put in this equation and this equation. So we have a plus, so we pick the first one, and we're going to put 4 equals, and the last one is a 6. And then our final solution is a -4 minus the square root of 6 and -4 plus the square root of 6. And that's the end of the lesson.